Welcome to the podcast of School Beyond Limitations. In this podcast, you will learn how to guide your child through their school life with the intention to help them find their unique essence that will allow your daughter, your son to live a fulfilled and meaningful life. What is a bootcamp week at School Beyond Limitations? My name is Dr. Martina and I'm the co-founder, CEO and the designer of the school model of School Beyond Limitations. Well, I would like to start with a question, and that's a question that some parents are asking constantly when they come to talk to us during the admission process and throughout our learning journey. So the question is, do our students actually learn something at School Beyond Limitations? And this question is actually referring to their academic learning in the first place. So, and I'm saying, and we are saying at School Beyond Limitations, the academic intellectual learning actually takes place when there is the foundation laid out, and the foundation basically is, do I feel well in the setting? Am I seen as a person? Am I feeling heard? Is there a purpose in what I'm doing? So basically what we are saying, first, I need to have an idea, I need to feel seen, I need to feel well within the setting, and I need to know the why I'm doing as a student certain things. So once the student know their why, then they select their topics, then they select their subjects, and then they select their journey and their destination. And alongside the destination, of course, there is also space for academic learning for sure, whether they will continue their studies at university, or whether they want to become entrepreneurs, or whether they want to learn and do an internship and learn for a profession and a vocational future. For everything, we need to acquire knowledge, of course, and that's where boot camps come in. So the boot camps at School Beyond Limitations are an addition to what we are doing on a daily basis, when there, of course, there's space for academic and intellectual learning every day as well. But the boot camps are a week of intense training within a specific subject or within a specific topic. And the boot camps are especially important because during the boot camp, those students are coming together with a specific facilitator who is expert within that field. So we are currently running a boot camp just right now. It's April 2024, and this boot camp is geared towards getting our students ready for their IGCSEs and A-levels. So we have boot camps for English literature, we have boot camps for mathematics A-level, we have boot camps for mathematics IGCSEs, we have boot camps for history IGCSE, for business A-level, and so forth. As you see, we have boot camps for each specific subject that will be sat as an examination now by our students. And this intense training, so we believe and we know, because we have evidence for that, not only within our school context, but also within our school context, that if we put the students together who really aim, because they have decided that they want to do those subjects on the basis of their future why, because they want to go and study, they want to go to do their internship, they want to go on their vocational training, they want to go to open their own enterprise or whatever that is, then they have decided by themselves, and it's coming from within. So the beauty about this is that there is a facilitator who is expert in the field, and every day intensively for hours they share and they go on within this topic and go into depth. Students come prepared, students ask questions, facilitators respond to their questions, facilitators guide them through the technique of writing exams. They go through the questions on the basis of past papers. They try to not only memorize, because there is a big difference between just memorizing things for the sake of memorizing, and we all went through such an experience where we actually realized memorizing is something that we do for an examination and then we lose it again. And during the boot camp week and within School Beyond Limitations, this is what we are where we are going beyond limitations, because we do not, of course, we give students also techniques about how they can best memorize things, but it's about them understanding those things. So during those boot camp weeks, it's not just the facilitator who would teach, it's also the students who teach one another. So students who explain the content to one another, who go into depth, and those who have already understood, they can teach. And we all know that about 80–90% of what we teach will stay with us, So there is a saying that says, teach me, allow me to teach somebody, then I will remember for a lifetime. So this is the power of boot camps within School Beyond Limitations. It's an entire week dedicated intensively on the academic, on the content-based scenario that the students go through, and the students are then really nurtured, really stretched also by the facilitator, but not only, also by the other students. So it's based on accelerating their learning by bringing in memorization in connection with understanding, so that gets embedded into their fabric, so to speak. And the feedback that we are getting from our students is amazing, because the students say those weeks, they help them get so extremely focused on what they are doing, and they get them so clear about the content also of the subjects, that they feel first and foremost that there is shared learning taking place, and the shared learning empowers them, inspires them, and shows them that they actually grow together, that they have a shared goal, and the shared goal automatically leads them to bond even more, and that bonding more allows them to see that they have a common purpose, and their common purpose is doing this in order for them to achieve their destiny, to get to their destination, to achieve their respective individual goals. And they feel extremely supported, because this bootcamp week allows for the students to actually realize where there are still some, issues, and they can reach out then to one another, they can reach out to the facilitator, and all those tricky things, aspects that are still there, they come to the surface in a safe space, and then in a shared safe space. So this is what we are doing at School Beyond Limitations. The feedback of our students is just extremely positive. And boot camps are nurturing, boot camps are essential, and academic growth is essential. But as I mentioned before, academic growth is essential if it's embedded in a why. And once I know the why, then I just take off. And this is what we are doing in those bootcamp weeks. And if you think that this is the right environment for your child, for your daughter, for your son, then please reach out to us. We are happily undergoing this journey also with your children, and you will find the website in the description.
At School Beyond Limitations, we support our students find their unique essence. Feel free to share the content of this podcast with other parents. We are here to show that your children can indeed bring their unique essence into life. So, reach out to us if you think that this is what you'd like your daughter, your son to experience. or apply through our website. Also, leave your comments, your questions, or your review about the podcast. Share it with others. And as you know, sharing is caring.